All right, so we're here today because we're passionate about pursuing dreams. And Darcy, our friend Darcy, she has a big dream and she has a story to tell about that dream. And I know you're like, Joe, this is a reselling channel. You're in a restaurant talking about dreams. Well, reselling is the tool that we are using to get to our dream, which is a lifestyle of financial freedom, of time freedom, a lifestyle that allows us to be able to homeschool our kids, spend time with our family. That's our dream. And Darcy, she has a dream, a big dream, that they're opening up a restaurant. It's crazy, but the restaurant isn't the dream. The restaurant is the vehicle that they're using to go after their dream. And we're going to hear about that story today.
So I'm so excited for you.
Thank you.
I am so proud of you.
Thank you.
And I think it is very, very brave that you are out here chasing your dreams. Now, we've had lots of conversations. We've been on each other's couches. We've been friends forever.
Yep.
And so I love your story. And I love the way that you chase your dreams and what you're really doing here. But owning a restaurant is not your end-all dream.
No.
And I love that. So I want to know, what is your dream and how does owning this restaurant help you get there?
The reason that we chose Chiba Hut in general was because this company really cultivates a really cool atmosphere. The number one thing that my employees told me when they come in here, when they came in here the first time, was that they just love the culture. They felt like they can be themselves, which I feel like is the most important thing, is to be authentic to who you are. I feel like that is very important because at the end of the day, no one can be you. You can only be you. So that's kind of why we chose what we did, is to bring these people in and let them be them. They're free to be them here. And that's important to me because growing up all my life, that was really not, I think, a luxury that I was allowed. All I want to do is bring people in here and love on them, because that's all people need. You just need to give them the space, the allowance to be themselves, and they flourish. Like, hands down. I've seen some people come in here, when I interviewed them, they were these quiet little mouse kids, and then they come in here and they get on my line, and they're talking to each other, and they're vibing with each other, and they're high-fiving each other, and they're hugging each other at the end of their shifts, and they're making jokes, and we've even got internal jokes now, like, that only the Chiba Hut crew know, and it's only been 3 days, and to me, that is incredible.
And you know, I hear what you're saying. It sounds to me that your big dream, and correct me if I'm wrong, but your big dream is to allow people space to be.
Yeah.
Because you weren't given space to be.
No.
And it's amazing to me that you put in all of these hours. You're working 80 hours a week. You are pushing it. You are on planes. I mean, like, every time I call, you're like, well, I'm getting ready to go on a plane
Pretty much.
to go do this thing, you know? And you're having all of these meetings and all of these conference calls and all of this, and it's worth it to you.
It is, 100%. At the end of the day, what it's about is loving people where they're at. I don't care what color your hair is. I don't care, you know, what gender you are, what race. I don't care. At the end of the day, you are a person and you deserve to be loved on. The destination is to bring people in, to love on them where they are at, and give them space to be. We always talk about it's about the interaction, not the transaction, and we mean that here. And like I said, it's not just about slanging Sammys, is what I like to say.
Yeah.
It's about sitting down and making genuine connections with people, with our community. So
I just love the way that you have gone out and chased your dreams and given it everything you've got, especially in the midst of all of this resistance that has come. You could give that person who is out there, who has a dream, who has a desire to do something, but they're afraid to do it. You know, what would you tell that person?
I've been called many things. I've been told that, just at the very bottom of it, that I'm just a bad person for doing what I'm doing. I'm encouraging this, that, and the other. And, you know, I find that incredibly sad. And the saddest part about that is it came from people that I thought would be supportive and that I thought would love on me. But knowing who I am and knowing what I want to do for people, that mattered more to me than what somebody else was saying. You have to dig deep down inside yourself and really ask yourself why you're doing it. Is it because you want to please the church crowd? Is it because you want to please this person or that person? Or why are you doing what you are doing? Once you know your why, then I don't think anything can really stop you.
So I love this because, Joe and I, we talk a lot about your why. And I love that this was the first point that you brought up because I'm just like, yes, that is so good. That is so good because if you open this restaurant so that you can please your parents, right? And it gets really, really hard. Maybe business isn't as good as it should have been, or maybe you're having some problems with employees, or maybe things are just, everything that could go wrong will go wrong kind of thing. And at the end of the day, you have to weigh, the pleasure of my parents worth all that I'm going through? And the answer is going to be no. And it's going to be hard for you to get up and go and do the thing. But if your why is, I want to do the thing that sets my soul on fire. I want to love on people. I want to show people that they are worthy and that they are accepted and that they are beautiful, and I want to meet people where they are. Now, when you're weighing that against employee problems or maybe business isn't as good, it makes you want to push harder. It makes you want to go, and you can keep getting up in the morning and doing those things because you have done the work, my friend, and you know your why. And that is a beautiful thing.
And coming from Colorado, I had a really cool experience while I was there. We were having our annual franchise meeting, and we went to this place, and they called me on the stage, and the hostess was saying that everybody in this room just wants to say that they love you and that they're proud of you. We heard you're opening a store, and we want to encourage you. And they're just saying, woo, we love you, Darcy. And they're just clapping and yelling. I'm bawling because I'm a big old squishy baby. And I'm thinking, oh God, I don't want to leave this. I don't want to leave. Because coming back here, I only have literally a handful of people that I know are for me. When you come back here and you're facing that much hate, you're facing that much almost backlash, why would you want to come back? But my why was stronger. My why is I want to come back here and I want to bring this with me here and I want to recreate it here.
It's beautiful.
All right, so we hope you have enjoyed this video. Go ahead and hit that like button if you haven't done so already, and hit the subscribe button while you're at it.
And if you have not already, check us out at www.thefamilyflips.com. And if you're on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, what a coincidence! So are we!
Links down in the description for those.
Until next time,
Peace.